The risks of living paycheck to paycheck. Welcome to the Highflyer Insights channel, where we aim to empower individuals by exploring mindsets, motivations behind human behavior, personal finance, and essential life skills needed to navigate the complexities of the fast-paced world. Today, we dive into a topic that affects millions of people around the world: living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine working tirelessly every day, yet constantly feeling the pressure of making ends meet. This is the reality of approximately 65% of the working population around the world. In America, research indicates that 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. This cycle can lead to immense stress, affecting not only financial stability but also mental and physical health. In this episode, we'll uncover the underlying factors driving this trend, from rising costs of living and stagnant wages to the psychological toll it takes on individuals and families. Join us as we delve into the phenomenon of individuals who increasingly find themselves gradually trapped in a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. We'll also share practical strategies to break free from this cycle and build a more secure financial future. Let's begin by looking at the factors that cause many people to live paycheck to paycheck. 1. High living costs. The cost of living, including housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation, has been rising faster than wages in many places. This makes it difficult for people to save money after covering their basic expenses. 2. Stagnant wages. In many regions, wages have not kept pace with inflation and the rising cost of living. This means that even as people work hard, their purchasing power diminishes over time. 3. Debt accumulation. As cost of living increase and wages stagnate, many people opt for high-interest debts like credit and mobile phone loans due to ease of accessibility to supplement their earnings. Unfortunately, high-interest debts can quickly accumulate, making it difficult to save. As debts accumulate, some people are tempted to borrow more to cope, and this complicates an already bad situation. 4. Lack of financial literacy. Without a solid understanding of personal finance, budgeting, and saving strategies, people may struggle to manage their money effectively. This can lead to poor financial decisions and a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. 5. Lifestyle inflation. As people earn more, they often increase their spending on non-essential items, a phenomenon known as lifestyle creep. This can prevent them from saving and investing for the future. Typically, lifestyle creep happens when people start to earn more money, either by receiving a higher income through a new job, a raise, or by paying off debt, and freeing up money that went toward monthly payments. Once lifestyle inflation takes over, the new cash gets spent as fast, or faster than it comes in. 6. Unexpected expenses. Emergencies such as medical bills, car repairs, or job loss can quickly deplete savings and push individuals into a paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. Let us now delve into the risks and challenges of living paycheck to paycheck. 1. Lack of emergency savings. Increased spending can eat into the extra income, leaving little to no money for savings, to cater for unexpected expenses like medical bills or car repairs. 2. Limited financial growth. The inability to save or invest restricts opportunities to build wealth or achieve long-term financial goals. 3. Debt accumulation. To cope with unforeseen costs, many individuals resort to credit cards or mobile app loans, which can result in high-interest debt burden. 4. Strain on relationships. Financial stress can put a strain on relationships, especially when borrowing money from friends or family becomes necessary. 5. Increased stress. The constant worry about meeting financial obligations can lead to chronic stress, negatively impacting both mental and physical health. To help us appreciate the reality of living paycheck to paycheck better, let's listen to the story of Jane. Jane is a 32-year-old marketing professional living in Nairobi. She earns a decent salary, but somehow, she always finds herself struggling to make ends meet by the end of the month. Here's how Jane's situation unfolded. When Jane landed her first job, she was thrilled. With a steady income, she felt a sense of financial freedom. She started spending on things she had always wanted: a new smartphone, trendy clothes, and dining out with friends. Jane didn't think much about saving, because she believed she had plenty of time to worry about that later. As Jane's career progressed, she received a few raises. Instead of saving the extra income, she upgraded her lifestyle. She moved into a more expensive apartment, bought a car, and started traveling more frequently. Each raise was quickly absorbed by her new spending habits, leaving her with little to save. One day, Jane's car broke down, requiring expensive repairs. She didn't have an emergency fund, so she had to put the repair costs on her credit card. This added a new monthly payment to her budget. Shortly after, she faced medical expenses that her insurance didn't fully cover, further straining her finances. With mounting credit card debt and high interest rates, Jane found herself paying significant amounts in interest each month. This left her with even less disposable income. She started using her credit card and mobile app loans for everyday expenses, creating a cycle of debt that was hard to break. Jane never created a budget or tracked her spending. She had a vague idea of her expenses, but didn't realize how much she was overspending on non-essentials. Without a clear financial plan, she couldn't identify where she could cut back or save. Jane often used shopping as a way to cope with stress. After a tough day at work, she would treat herself to something nice, thinking it would make her feel better. These impulse purchases added up, further depleting her funds. As a result of these habits and circumstances, Jane found herself living paycheck to paycheck. Each month, she anxiously awaited her salary to cover her bills and debts. She felt trapped in a cycle, unable to save or plan for the future. Realizing she needed to make a change, Jane decided to take control of her finances. She started by creating a budget, tracking her expenses, and identifying categories of expenses where she could cut back. She set up an emergency fund and focused on paying off her high-interest debt. Jane also sought financial education to improve her money management skills. Over time, Jane's efforts paid off. She gradually built financial stability, reduced her debt, and started saving for her future. By changing her habits and mindset, she broke free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. You can also break free from living paycheck to paycheck by 1. Create a budget. Track your expenses. Monitor your spending to understand where your money goes. Create a budget that prioritizes savings and essential expenses before discretionary spending. 2. Mindful spending. Differentiate between essential expenses and discretionary spending. Ask yourself if a purchase is necessary or just a desire. 3. Prioritizing savings. Pay yourself first. Treat savings as a non-negotiable expense. Automate transfers to your savings or investment accounts. Automation eliminates emotional decisions, which can sometimes derail your savings and investment goals. Emergency fund. Build an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses, reducing the temptation to dip into other savings. 4. Setting financial goals. Establish clear financial goals, such as saving for retirement, buying a home, or building an emergency fund. Clear goals help you stay motivated and disciplined, and this ensures your priorities are aligned to your long-term investment goals. And with time, prioritizing your long-term goals becomes an automatic routine that is hard to break. 5. Delay gratification. Wait a few days before making non-essential purchases. This can help you avoid impulsive buying. 6. Lifestyle choices. Try to maintain your current lifestyle, even if your income increases. This allows you to save more. Avoid comparisons. Focus on your financial goals rather than comparing yourself to others. Social pressures can lead to unnecessary spending. 7. Review and adjust. Regular checks. Periodically review your budget and financial goals. Adjust as needed to stay on track. 8. Celebrate milestones. Reward yourself for achieving financial goals, but do so in a way that doesn't derail your progress. This will make you committed to the course. And that wraps up today's episode on the risks of living paycheck to paycheck, and how to break free from this trap. Remember, the journey to financial stability starts with small, consistent steps. By creating a budget, cutting unnecessary expenses, building an emergency fund, prioritizing savings, and having clear financial goals, you can gradually regain control over your finances. It's also crucial to educate yourself continuously and avoid lifestyle inflation as your income grows. Breaking this cycle isn't easy, but with determination and the right mindset, it's possible. Stay committed, stay informed, and most importantly, stay hopeful. Financial freedom is within your reach. Thanks for listening to our podcast. And until next time, keep striving for a better financial future. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast channel for more tips and insights on personal finance and achieving your financial goals. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of listeners dedicated to financial empowerment.